Okay, we'll start with general financial product advice warning for this month class sessions, and it will be N P Financials advises all service recipients of the following. This information is provided only on general financial product advice basis. This is only educational in nature. Trading securities, derivatives, CFDs, foreign exchange contracts can be risky and is not suitable for all. So I'll give you some more time to go through this, and then we'll start this class.
Yeah, you can start.
Okay, now that you have gone through it. Alright, so I will start with your questions. Sure, you can ask any questions since no one has asked any other question. So yeah, we'll go with that. Go with their questions first.
Pounds this weekly, brother.
Pound, yeah.
Yeah, I know they just had an election, but
Mm.
pounds this weekly, yeah,
This is sterling USD in front of you.
yeah,
Candlesticks with 200 moving average and our proprietary channel. So which portion you want to analyze, or any specific questions if you have?
just before this big move.
Just before this big one. So yep, after this.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Yeah, so the
On
election, yeah, go.
yeah, on the weekly,
hmm I
what
go
time
to weekly.
frame? I go to weekly.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the weekly.
We have a weekly chart in front of us.
Yeah, okay. On the weekly, if you put a from the bottom to the top there,
If
to
even if
before it start going down.
you mean from this one, from this head,
From this bottom here.
this is the new low on 2nd September 1964. This is
No,
the one you
from this previous high here, previous
okay.
high to the bottom.
Okay. So if I've understood correctly, you are asking from this
That's
133.82
correct. Yes, correct. To
to
the
this fellow which is
bottom, yeah.
11963,
Right, yeah.
and before the election it was up to this point, yeah.
Yeah, well, just before that, the big red bar there.
Up to this.
Before that, 2 days, 3 weeks. That week, yeah, that week.
Yeah,
Yeah, I went short there.
he went short there. And your for going short, what is the reasoning behind that?
Well, I had a fib there, and I had a 78.6 that it was
So
moving.
if we take this out, which are not required, 38.2 take out, 23.8 take out, 50 take out, because yeah, 61.8. Yeah, so you thought that it is reversing
I thought it's reversing from there.
okay, 61.8. This is the line we are talking about, yeah.
No, 78.6.
Huh?
78.6.
78.6.
Yeah,
If it did
they
not go
both.
up to that point, yeah.
Well, it just
Yeah.
about reached there, and
Okay.
it couldn't make it there, and then came back, and it fell below.
Yeah. So
When
the
it fell
seven.
below,
Yeah.
yeah,
Go.
when it fell below 61.8, I thought it's gonna go short.
Okay. So the 78.6 as per your Fibonacci, that's the correct Fibonacci. Because it was downtrend, as we can see the left hand side, we do not know the right hand side,
Yeah,
but a kind of double top there and a downtrend there, yeah.
yes,
And after that we want to know, and this is also a downtrend, and okay, and we want to know, yeah,
we want to
if we
know
have
what mistake I made.
yeah. And so you probably the first one which you missed, as per my understanding, is the low of 3rd October 2016 and the this. So 119.87
Okay.
support and 118 support. Yeah, so the 119.87 support happened on 16 January 2017. Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so if we have drawn those two supports, fantastic. Otherwise not, also we need to see what went wrong. Sure. Okay, the first thing is in the 78.6 was 130.77 and the high is 130.12. It could not make up to this point, and we had seen harami, okay, on
Yes.
week number 43.
Yes.
And when we need to see on this week number 43 harami, if we are going short, because it could not reach 78.6 and it closed below 61.8, and we are in a time frame which is weekly, then we need to place a trade which is below this
Right.
788 minus 20 pips. Yeah, because this is
Right.
weekly. Show 127.68. So if price goes up to 127.68, then we will go short from 127.68. Let's see what price did, and we are going short from here 27.68, and the low of this one is 128.06, so it did not go up to 127.68. Yeah,
Yeah.
so up to this point fine. Now we are not short, and before this point, if we are reading our this thing on the forex asset class evaluations, we wrote, I think, in the 31st of October, way back 31st of October, we identified the head and shoulder, right? So this is
Yeah.
31st of October, and we wrote that it is a valid head and shoulder, and the target is 132.15, and we wrote on 3110, and this chart is on 28 October, so around that point. Yeah, because this is
Yeah.
28 October finishing on 28, 29, 30, 31 first. So this bar on week number 44, weekly bar, actually closed on 1st of November, and we posted this before 1st of November on 30th of October, that in sterling is having a head and shoulder to go up. So okay, so and this low is not taken out. Yeah, so
Yeah.
we are targeting 132.50, but at the same time we wanted to go short because Fibonacci reversal, but the low was not taken out, so we are not short, right?
Right.
Okay, so after that point what happens, let's see. So we drew this, and then we saw engulfing. This is harami, this is engulfing back to back. And since this fellow closed below low and this fellow did not take the low, and this fellow closed above and this high is not taken out, so this low is invalid now, this high is invalid now, the new low is this one.
Oh, okay. So that is a new low.
Yes, because this did
Okay.
a crack and snap back. See, the previous to this engulfing, this did a crack and snap back.
Yeah,
It
I
cracked
thought.
below.
Yeah, I thought it would go short after that bar, the
Yeah,
next bar.
it will go short if the low is taken out, but the low is not taken out, and
Yeah.
immediately did a crack and snap back. It cracked through 61.8 and snapped back 61.8. If this
Okay.
fellow closed below, low not taken out, this fellow closed above. So this is a crack and snap back. Yeah.
Yeah.
So at this point, sterling did a crack and snap back to the upside. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's see what happens next. So next one again did a crack and snap back to the downside.
Yeah.
So what we'll do, we will change this to week number 46, and we'll change the color, thinking, not thinking, considering this as a uh, possible 61.8 reversal. Yeah,
That's what I did.
yeah.
But I
So
didn't.
the
I didn't put an entry below it. My entry was there
yeah,
from the first Arami.
no, no, because it did a crack and snap back. It did a crack and snap back. That low is invalid now.
Okay.
This low of 88 is invalid now because it did a crack and snap back.
Yeah. Okay.
Then we saw another crack and snap back on the same 61.8, but with a new low which is 68. So
Yeah.
whichever is lower between 88 68, this one 68, and then we'll go 68 minus 20, which is 48.
Yeah.
We'll go short on 48 and let's see
Okay.
what happens. And it did not.
No,
Again,
that
it
didn't
did a
work
crack
out.
and
Yeah.
snap back.
Yeah.
So it did not. So for last 3 weeks, what we are seeing 45, 46, 47, it is cracking below and snapping back above. It is cracking above and snapping back below. For the time being, on the fourth week, it actually snapped back above without taking this low.
Yeah.
So if we are going short here, we'll cancel the order because it has crack and snap back. So only thing we need to remember, if we are going short on this fellow, on this one, I think this is the one you saw, and put the entry point,
Put
isn't
the
it?
entry in. Yeah.
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 So what you need to do, if it is going up to 68, we are short. But if it is doing a crack and snap back, it did not take the low and it went up. So we'll delete that short order because now it is invalidated.
Okay.
Yeah. So now we'll put a long order when this low is taken out. But again, that long order is not triggered because 29.76 was the high, plus
Yeah.
20 is 129.96, and it was not, this fellow did not go up to that.
Yeah.
And this one, the new, again it below, close below the 61.8 with a new low of 68, 27.68. So we'll put a star, we'll delete the long order, we'll put a sell order at 127.48.
Yeah.
And then and this fellow did not go to 48, so we'll delete the sell order, we'll put a buy order at 129.40, at 129.20 plus 20, which is 129.40.
Yeah.
And then it got triggered here, 129.40 we are long, so this fellow went up to 129.85, so we are long again.
Yeah.
So we are long because it closed above 61.8, and rest is history.
Yeah.
I think the mistake you did is you did not modify the order according to the market movements.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm. So in future, remember, if it is cracking and snap back, you cancel the old order, put a new order, cancel the new order, this order, and place the order, and so on and so forth.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Did I
I knew it
answer?
was going to do something. Even daily, I asked the question last month, I think.
Daily, yeah. What was
Daily
your question? Yeah.
was a pennant. Was
Mm.
one of those flag things, one of those flag patterns or something on the
Mm.
daily.
Yeah, this is daily.
Yeah, you see the pattern there
You
from that
mean
big
this
move.
on this one?
Then it started making lower highs and higher lows.
Yeah, on this one, yeah.
Yeah,
So
from
this
this
is, yeah.
this.
That's why we identified this head and shoulder pattern,
Yeah,
and it made a high low, and this is the flag to go up because this is a
that's
flag
right.
in the
Yeah,
uptrend.
yeah, yeah.
The
And still
uptrends.
I went short.
Ah. Did you ask yourself why?
Yeah, I've been
Why?
asking myself why because
Hmm.
I was confident it was going to go somewhere.
Hmm.
So when I saw that engulfing and I saw the Aramis, I said, no, this thing is going short.
Hmm.
It's not going long. I thought maybe the market is making a trap for us. So it trapped me, all right.
Yeah. So at this point, when you put this week number 43 and it reversed, week number 44 again reversed, which is week number 45, and the low of this week number 45, which is here 8th of November, was not trigger. Even in
Yeah,
the weekly, it did not trigger.
didn't, yeah.
Mm. So that
That
is
was the
so
problem.
we need to do. If it is not getting triggered here in the daily, also it did not trigger. See the shadow portion when I keep the cursor
Yeah,
on 20
yeah,
here. So you should cancel that, and you put a long order here which did not trigger. You put a short order here which did not trigger. Long order here which got trigger.
yeah,
This follow short order also did not trigger, and this fellow long order did trigger. So two shorts did not trigger, one long did not trigger, but the two long did trigger. This fellow triggered, this fellow triggered.
Yeah. Okay. I'll wait for a
Um,
reversal.
yeah, for a moment, if you had to consider this in the weekly as a flag, like you asked on the daily,
Yeah.
the weekly also was a flag up to this point. See, so this is a
Yeah.
flag.
Yeah.
This is a flag in the possible uptrend because these peaks are broken. These drops are higher.
Yeah. Yeah.
So higher peaks, higher drops, and flag. That means the probability of going up is more.
Yeah. No, okay. No problem. I'll let.
And we had our target reached on this 32.15. Yeah. Yeah. So that's a humongous 690 pips. I think that's a good target. Okay. Now, yeah. So yeah. Next question.
No, I only had that one. That was the most frustrating thing that's happened to me.
In the daily also, so if you do so if you remove everything and put our divergence indicator, so for example if we go to the settings price and then we go to the B triple F divergence, this fellow to the bottom, not on the chart but at the bottom, so we'll go this one here and bring B triple F divergence. So it will be like this, and if we delete the other ones, so for example if we delete this fellow, if we delete this fellow, so it will look like this, and if we remove this WM not required, so you have only divergence and the overbought oversold. We don't need this, we don't need this. Yeah, fantastic. And this fellow here corresponds to this fellow here corresponds to an oversold, because the divergence is minus 47 and the oversold line is minus 40. So this is oversold, and if we remember that in an uptrend oversold positions are good to buy, so this point here is a possible good buy, this point here is a possible good buy, and this corresponds to, this fellow corresponds to this fellow corresponds to that. So
Can
we
you leave
can,
now?
yeah, so these are the two good buying positions. Yeah, so this fellow as well as this fellow, which is on 22nd of November. This was on 8th of November, and after that we had a small flag here because this is the uptrend, and this is a small flag of 4-5 bars, and this high taken out. So so this is the second one, and the divergence also deep tab little bit, not up to minus 40 which is oversold, but at least up to minus 18, and the high taken out. So this is also another buying point. The problem with what happened to you is a common problem, and the problem is we actually want to reverse the market when it is not reversing by itself. When it is so when it is not reversing and when it is going up, like, and we had a wedge, downtrending wedge, like from in an uptrend,
Yeah.
and this is a flag, this is a flag. So in an uptrend if we see a flag, so we need to buy,
Yeah. Yeah.
not sell.
I was long.
Mm.
I, I,
when was you were long?
I was long, but I exited because it went down too fast. So that
This one?
no, I I I was long when it went up all the way up.
Oh, okay. So you were long from here?
I was long from the bottom, yeah.
Okay. And why did you go long here?
No, why did I go short at the top? I don't know.
And why did you go long here?
There,
Hmm.
no, I went long from the next high. It made a higher low,
Okay.
but on the small time frame, I got in on there
And,
because it made a higher low.
yeah, somewhere here.
Somewhere, yeah, middle of this bar, about 4 hours, yeah.
Yeah. So 128.46. Yeah.
Yeah, so I was long.
Yeah, in 4 hours. In 4 hours, that's a good point. So if we go to file load 4 hour and we go to just sterling. Yeah, so this is above, this entire week played above the pivot, this entire week played above the pivot. This is a little mix up. So if you are long from here, that was a good
Yeah,
long.
yeah. I got in, but I never closed it.
Oh,
Um, yeah, I just left it in.
and you were long from here 129.40 or 50.
Yeah, 120. I don't
Hmm?
know the exact figures, but
Mm.
yeah.
And then you close, when did you close the trade?
Yeah, but the mistake was when I looked at the weekly, I
Ah,
saw this thing reacting to the 78.6 and the 61.8. I
ah,
thought, no, this thing will go short.
ah. Yeah, yeah, so that is
Anyway,
a mistake you did, because
yeah.
you should wait for the weekly low to be taken out. If you are not waiting for the low to be taken out, then we are doing a mistake.
No, the entry was below the Arami, which is a fair entry, I thought. But when it made
A
an
crackle stand.
engulfing, I thought, oh, brilliant, this is definitely going short.
Mm.
And then it just turned. But anyway, that is called part of the learning curve.
Yeah, so we need to remember two things. Only Harami engulfing or back to back, Harami back to back, engulfing back to back dark cloud cover is not enough unless and until the new low or the lowest point of the flag is taken out.
Taken out, yeah,
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 so the newest point of the flag was here,
yeah.
which is
That didn't get taken
68.
out.
You went
Yeah,
on this, which was 88,
yeah,
and being in uptrend, the flag is a continuation pattern, and it went up.
yeah. So I'll wait for it. It'll do a reversal, and then it'll go long again.
Yes, correct. And now the question is when it will reverse from here. So let's see, we are here at this point. Then go. This low is 127.85. 127.68, 85. So this was the low. So yeah, 68 minus 10, 48. So we need to go short when this was 127.48 and it did not happen. Okay. So let's see one by one. We'll go see the any other specific questions you have.
No, the other one I was in
Yeah,
was dollar yen.
dollar yen. Okay, let's see dollar yen.
I went long dollar yen,
Okay.
and
And when did you go long? We on week chart,
oh,
daily, monthly, weekly.
a couple of weeks ago. It's been
on
sitting there going long
a weekly?
on the daily, I think.
Okay. And what did it do?
Finally, it went long.
And what was that date, a final date?
Uh, I went long. Yeah, about the 20th.
28th November?
Yeah, about a month it's been sitting there.
Hmm?
Yeah, it never take me out, never take me out, never take me out, and then finally it took off.
This was a very difficult period. From here to here, it did nothing.
Yeah, exactly. It's in well, it looks like it's in an uptrend,
Mm.
but yeah, finally this week it went up.
Yep. Yeah. So that was the range. And till date, it has not cleared the range.
Yeah,
It did not close above or high taken out. Nothing of that sort. So if we have gone long, you must have gone long from around one
second
zero.
blue bar,
Huh?
second blue bar. Yeah, there.
This one.
Yeah,
So you have gone long 10873 plus 10
yeah,
because this is
yeah,
daily. So it is
yeah,
10884.
yeah. But I had a bigger target to get to, so it never reached the target. But then it turned around. So I left it in when it turned around like that. 2 days it came down. I left it in. Then it never take me out, never take me
Mm.
out. It went up, down, up, down. It was playing its up, down dance. Then finally it went up.
Yeah. So you are holding on to
No, I closed the trade on Saturday morning.
Saturday morning.
Yeah, put a small profit. So I said just close it because it doesn't look like it's going anywhere. It looks like it's
Mm.
still in the range. And anything can happen over the weekend with that madman, the orange face.
So
So
in a weekly also, it's a very tight range here.
yeah,
So one, two, three, four, five, six weeks in the same place almost with the range of 108.08 to 109.70. So 109, 110 pips in a weekly chart.
in fact, Friday night I looked at it and I thought, I'm gonna close this thing. It had a bigger profit. I should have just closed it. Saturday morning it went back down. So I said, no, time to get out. Leave it alone
Hmm.
until it's more clear.
Hmm.
See,
So
what was
in
confusing there as well, at the same time, Euro USD was also going up
hmm.
during
Everything
the
is
same
up.
time.
Euro USD. Euro USD. Not actually going long, but
It wasn't going anywhere, but it
hmm.
looked like there's a higher low in play there.
Hmm. So if we see this
No,
this
what I'm saying here, Father, no, this is a weekly. Put the
hmm.
daily on. It's a weekly chart you're on.
Hmm. Yeah.
So the daily was looking like it was also going long. In these
Hmm.
last few days, it was also going long.
Hmm.
So all the more reason for me to get out of dollar yen, that is.
So 111.79, 109.81. It's a 200 pips here.
Yeah.
It's playing in 200 pips. And if we see the weekly here, it's quite interesting. Very difficult, not very difficult, because we are from here to here. If we draw the Fibonacci, and then what happened? Color zone is not required, and then extension. Yeah, and interestingly, it is between 61.8 and 78.6.
Mm.
78.6, 108.14, and 61.1, 86. So it is within that range, very tight range. So 111.86 and 108.14, or no, not even that, 108.42. So on the euro, you did something?
No, I didn't do anything. That was it was not going anywhere.
Hmm. Yeah, it's worse, I think, on all the currency pairs. This is very tight range.
Yes, I left the euro USD alone. I
Yeah,
only took those two trades. I only took the pound Swiss and dollar yen.
sterling Swiss, what did you do?
No, I told you I went short. It went long.
Sterling Swiss or sterling
No,
USD?
sterling Swiss. No, I didn't.
GBP.
I didn't. I left cable alone.
Ah, sterling Swiss, you took a position?
Yeah, I went short and it went long.
Oh, that was sterling Swiss, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, sterling Swiss. I thought sterling USD.
No, I didn't
Hmm.
cable.
Oh, this was also on this one you went long, is it?
No, I didn't take cable. This one I went short.
GPCHF.
Remember we had the Rami and we had the engulfing?
No, that was sterling USD.
No, was that USD?
Yeah, this is Harami and this is
Okay, so it
engulfing.
must have been USD then.
Yeah,
Anyway, it don't matter.
yeah,
Something to learn from.
yeah. So this is the one. Harami and okay. So we'll go one by one. We'll go Aussie. Aussie is another which is possibly not doing anything. Let's see one by one. Yeah. So the when we see this like this one Aussie in front of us, yeah, Aussie in front
Yeah,
of us, we need to first identify where it is in the chart. So it is
yeah,
near the support 60 to 48, not very close though, and but we are near to this fellow which is 168.27.
yeah.
28. We make this chart as black. Mhm. Yeah, and change the color of the candle from blue to green. Yeah. So we'll ask ourselves where it is in the workspace. The workspace is from 60.08 to 111 or 110,
Yeah.
and we are at 68.27. If we do the price and then apply display last price 68.75, so this is monthly and we are at the support of 68.27. Can you see that?
Yes.
And what we are seeing, it cracked through this fellow, low not taken out, and then it cracked up high not taken out, again cracked below, low not taken out, again cracked. Now this is monthly, this is the running one, yeah.
Yeah.
So in monthly it did one crack, snap back, and another crack and possible snapback. So this is monthly.
Yeah.
And since this is downtrend, what we can expect is if these lows are taken out, then possibly it will be a downtrend. Or if we go to the weekly, in the weekly what we can see is possible this is the head and this is shoulder, yeah,
Yeah.
and this is head and this is left shoulder, yeah.
Yeah.
And then we will join this between the head and the left shoulder we have a swing high, and between the
Swing high.
head
Yeah.
and the right shoulder we have a swing high. So we'll join these two and we get our head and shoulder, yeah.
You get. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is a possible head and shoulder in front of us. I'll
Yeah.
pause this one, yeah.
Yeah. I was
And
looking at this as well.
sorry,
I was looking at this as well
yeah. And what
for a
is the
possible
reading?
long.
Yeah.
Possible long because you got divergence there at the bottom. See across those three bottoms, there's some divergence there.
Mm-hmm.
And
So
then this is a
let's.
higher low. This low that is made now, the
Mm,
last swing low is made is a higher
mm,
low.
yeah. So this is higher, isn't it?
That's a correct. That's a higher low.
Since this is higher low, so we'll write down here right hand shoulder RHS, and we'll write down here head, and we'll write down here left hand shoulder,
Yeah,
and this is the neckline, yeah,
that's
from
right.
this to this. So we'll write down here neckline. There was an angle here, so I will make it parallel to the line, yeah.
Yeah,
So this is the line we want to break, so from here to here, and it is not yet broken,
no,
but our job is to draw a vertical from this head to the neck, head to the neck, and we don't need the date, and so we'll not take this one. Dash dash, we can make this as yellow, yeah,
yeah,
and then copy that whenever it actually breaks, not this week because this is a weekly chart, so week is gone, it has not. Maybe the next week if it breaks, then
yeah.
this is our target, which will be around this point.
But head and shoulders is a reversal pattern.
Yeah, in this
So it might
example
be,
because
yeah, but it might be a change of trend as well because it's
mm,
coming from a long, from this record high of 110,
mm, yeah, so it is coming from a record higher point trend, so it did there, it did a double top here,
double top. Yeah,
double top, and then we are not at the bottom, but bottom is at around 60. So we are very
yeah,
close to the head and shoulder, which is from here. If it breaks 69 to 72, it will almost another 200 pips. Like the sterling gave us 700 pips on the head and shoulder before the, even before the vote, election, and so on and so forth.
yeah,
Sterling gave us here 690 pips, and it went up. So if we calculate from here the break to this target, which is 666 pips, and it went up to 967 and it closed at 787, so that's a big jump, isn't it?
yeah,
788 points, and for Aussie So this is if it is breaking next week, so it will be 244. Not bad, not at all bad,
Mm.
because the stop loss would be around 166. So yeah, so that can be a good possibility. Yeah. And
Yeah.
since it is actually lower from so long, even if we forget 180 sorry 110, which was correct, but if we drop from the from here to here, yeah, so and reduce it to 0.618, yeah, it is almost on the verge of closing above. See this fellow did not close above, this fellow did not close, this also came very close. Yeah,
Yeah.
if this is going this way, then the head and shoulder will have to wait. But if it is going that way, the head and shoulder will be immediately triggered
It will be validated.
from here, which is 69.66 roughly. So this is Aussie. We go daily. Yeah, daily is quite good. It is making a triple bottom and then higher high, higher low. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is double bottom, higher low, higher low, higher low, and then higher high, higher high, higher high, higher high. Yeah.
Yeah.
And if we bring our favorite divergence indicator, so it will be like this. We don't need this, so we don't need this. Yeah. So the last point it came close to oversold is this one here, which is 10th of December in an uptrend. In an uptrend, if it is coming to near to oversold like this fellow, or even this fellow, high is not taken out, so this is not triggered. This is a high taken out. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if we are placing a trade, this is interesting. If we are placing a trade on this one in which the high was taken out, but we'll also ask ourselves why not this one? Of course, this one. But in that case, what will happen? In this case, what will happen? This one here, the high is not taken out. So what we'll do? We will cancel the order. We'll cancel the order, but we'll keep this order because the high
Yeah.
taken out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if we
No, you must place your order above the high of that bar.
yes, that's correct.
Yeah.
And if it is not triggered, then we'll cancel.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah. So the beauty of this divergence indicator is in an uptrending market like from here, it is possibly going up, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not a very strong way, but anyway, it is going up, down, but up because the slope of this channel is up. Yeah.
Yep.
In an uptrend, if it is coming to this divergence indicator is coming to oversold like this fellow here,
Yeah.
this fellow here, not triggered, this fellow here, not triggered. So the only one which is triggered is fantastic.
Yeah. That would have been a good risk reward as well.
Yeah, yeah. So buying at oversold always gives you a good risk to reward,
Yeah.
always, because the risk is less and the reward is more.
Yeah. Likewise with the overbought as well, Arthur, same thing.
Yes. So we'll see that. So if we are going long, we have the high taken out. Our stop loss would be possibly here, which is 56 pips. Apply my
Yeah.
10 pips, 66. And if you're closing the trade here at 69 pips, so that will be 146, so that is 2.5%. Yeah,
Yeah. Next resistance is a good place is to close if you're going long.
you mean this one or this one?
Yeah, next resistance would be this one, the first one, yeah.
The 7082 or this one here?
Oh, this one, yeah.
69.29.
That, yeah,
Yeah,
because sometimes it reverses from there and then it dances around that resistance and
yeah,
before it can crack it, you know.
yeah, yeah,
And it's better to put a new order there once it cracks it.
yeah. That's correct. So if the low of this fellow is, if we are, that's a good resistance. Thanks for that. Good. You always know the left hand side, and price will always behave on the right hand side according to the left hand side.
That's right.
Because we had a resistance here, so price will stop here
Yeah.
and do something
I see
hodgepodge.
this is a dark cloud cover, this candle.
Hmm? Dark cloud
This
cover,
current candle is a dark cloud.
and this low to be taken out. Yeah,
Yeah. If it's gonna go short. It
if
might
it
go short for a couple of days and then turn
yeah,
again and then crack that resistance to head for the other one.
yeah,
So that's where you would,
yeah.
get in again.
It's like this fellow did a this fellow did a dark cloud cover, it came down.
Yeah.
This fellow did harami and engulfing and low taken out, and it came down.
Yeah.
So same thing, if this low to be taken out, it will possibly go down and then again go up and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good, excellent. I think we saw already euro, we already saw. Yeah, similarly, this is a resistance and it did engulfing here.
Yeah.
And yeah, this fellow is doing actually a rectangle instead of this fellow is doing a rectangle because this is going up, down, up, down, up, down, and then we have up and down, and possibly this can be a down up to this point or any Fibonacci level and then go
Yeah.
up. And which I think we have seen sterling. Let's see sterling. Yeah, we saw sterling. Only way it is going up, but where to get in again is the question.
It's
And
any man's guess.
uh, uh,
Any man's guess at this point.
it can be guess or it can be technical also. Technical is my point of view is if it is doing another this one here oversold
Yeah.
next day will be long.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is not quite oversold because the 16 oversold should be 40 like this fellow here, like this fellow
Yeah.
here. So technically if it is coming at 38
Yeah.
40 and then it will be around this point and then we'll go long again.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's not guess, so it is clear technical.
Now at the moment it's anyone's guess which way it
Yeah,
can go from here.
yeah, that is always a guess. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because you got nothing to base it on from
Yeah,
to,
yeah.
but if you
So
whether you go long or whether you go short, yeah.
yeah, if this is
They,
going short, it will be possibly like this, a low taken out.
yeah.
Yeah, it has
Yeah.
to be a low taken out. So that will be about like that.
Yeah.
But opposite can also happen. In that
Good.
case, this difficult because this is in a channel top. This high has to be taken out. So in that case, it will be like this.
Mm.
That will be a green rectangle, green bar. Okay, so the probability is it will go a little bit come down and do a, if it is going up to this point, we are very lucky. Otherwise, if you are going this point, then this will be a very bad reward to risk because the risk could be very much.
Yeah.
Isn't it? This green bar I would not take because this is reward is risk is very much. But the red
But
one,
there's gonna be some upheaval over there as well because
yeah,
another clown took over there.
isn't it? Absolutely. Sure,
They got a clown there now in for sterling.
yeah, 143. 143 is the resistance, and if you are going long on 137, we have to hang on. Otherwise, this is a small resistance here, which is 140.
Yeah.
Okay, so then we'll go. Yeah, remember in an uptrend we'll buy oversold like this one here,
Yeah.
and sorry, and then we'll go to yen. Yen again, it's in a very tight range as we can see.
Yeah.
But most probably this in weekly and monthly. I think if we bring this chart on top of it, so this is week monthly, of course, the uptrend, and from weekly perspective, um, kind of yeah, not definitely down, it's going up because this height broken. It actually closed above, but the high not taken out, a little bit taken out because this high is 10967 and this is 10972, 5 pips, but we are looking for 20 pips.
Yeah. Yeah.
5 pips is not enough. So sorry, so that is weekly and this is daily. And in a daily, what we will do, we'll from here to there. Yeah, so and then if it goes to here at this point oversold, then we'll possibly buy.
Yeah.
So that is
It's showing divergence as well, pattern across the tops there.
so this is 10972 and this is 10970. No, this is not, there is no divergence.
No, not okay.
No, because this is lower. If this is higher,
Okay.
then yes, but this is lower.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so
It just
that,
looks. It just looks that
yeah,
way.
that's correct. So that there is no divergence here. Then we'll go to maybe, oh, okay, yeah, this one, dollar basket, definitely. So in the dollar index, so we'll start from the monthly. Yeah, so the 12, now it is 100, not even 100, so I'll go to, so display last price 96. We had seen a not, yeah, engulfing and the low taken out 96.72 and this is 96.30. Yeah, so this
Yeah.
is low taken out, and then this is if we draw a Fibonacci from this high to this low, we'll have 61.8 rejection. Yeah,
Yeah.
61.8 rejection. So we have 61.8 rejections on a monthly low already taken out, and then we'll go to weekly. Weekly for if we draw this trend line, yeah, I think so. Yeah, so we, this trend to be broken here,
Yeah.
this trend line to
If it's gonna go short.
be, yeah, and yeah, so this is again the bottom of the channel, and if you
Yeah.
remember, yeah, so that is the bottom of the channel. Yeah, but in a daily, if you remember, we had if we put a 200, I think the 200 was there, it bounced some 18 times, I think. Yeah, 200. Yeah, so if you make 58. Yeah, it bounced either from the channel or from the 200 many times in the past. I think we counted that was 18
Yeah.
times. And then last time it did was on the 96.72, and for a change, so what is happening here, it closed below 200, closed below channel, closed below 200 low taken out, closed below channel low taken out, and closed below 96.72, which is the last support. This
Yeah.
fellow here low taken out here. So for a change, we might see if it is not doing a crack and snap back. So if the next week we see bar like this one here, so that will be a clear crack and snap back here.
Yeah.
Then dollar index will go up and euro will come down. If we bring this one here, yeah, 17 times and 18 times, so it bounced from that 979708, yeah,
Yeah.
it bounced 18 times, yeah. So
There's
if
nothing to say it won't bounce again.
yeah, so 17 18 times it bounced, so we need to see whether this is also bouncing the 19 times, but as of now it has, this has to do this. Otherwise,
Yeah.
if not, then it will be doing this fellow like this one here, and will continue to do that if it has to go down like this here. But you need to see, we have not seen anything, we need to see. uh, this is very dangerous because this is close below low taken out, but again we see two green candles, that means a lot of
Yeah.
people are buying at this point.
Buying.
Yeah,
Yeah, but they may be buying to get out of the trade
yeah, possibly, yeah, that can be a buying.
because also I'm seeing lower highs there.
Mm, yeah,
It's starting to make lower highs.
correct. So possibly this is going to, but again, all said and done, we are seeing a possible divergence here.
Yeah.
Yes, but the
So the next
highs are not
wait
yet.
for the next bar to
Yes,
yeah
for the high to be
to show
taken
us
out.
direction. Very important to get direction first.
Mm.
You got no direction, then you got no trade.
Yeah, absolutely true. 100% true. So this is divergence not yet because we have not seen swing low.
Yeah,
If this is a swing low and this is a valid divergence, then this high to be taken out, yeah, of that swing low. So if this is the swing low,
that's
then
right.
this high is to be taken out
Yeah,
for going long. All the previous bounce though, it actually did well. This fellow did 150, this fellow did 181, this fellow did 177, this fellow did 198, but this fellow only did 53 and this fellow only did 78. So the last two bounce was not strong enough.
yeah. So that's why I say they're making lower highs and
Mm.
they don't have the energy to go any higher.
Mm. Exactly correct. So
Yeah.
possible this
So
is a.
wait. Yeah. Wait for the next bar.
Mm.
If the next bar is a down bar, then you should be going short.
Mm.
Next bar is an up bar. Well, then you can think about going long.
Correct.
But long for how long? Another 50, 70 pips. Because why? The last bounces are telling you I haven't got any more energy left. So you'd want to be careful of here.
Exactly correct. So even if it is
Especially,
going up, it will go up to this point
yeah,
to find a resistance. Yeah.
because you've got resistance there.
Yes.
And also you're seeing on the Aussie US, you're seeing head and shoulder, possible head and shoulder
Yes.
reversal pattern
Yeah. For going up.
to go long.
Yeah.
So if Aussie is going long, dollar is going short.
Uh, Not always, not actually, no, because Aussie is not a, currency,
Not in the basket, I know.
yeah, which is not there in the dollar index. So there will be, yeah, but again it is against the USD. So if Aussie against the USD is going up, then there is a possibility of USD to go down.
Yeah.
But
And also sterling is going long.
sterling is going down. Main one would be the euro, because it is 57, 58% of the dollar index. So if this is going up,
But if sterling is going up, it'll drag the euro with it.
possibly yes, but yeah, it did nothing actually. Sterling moved 350 pips, euro moved only 50 pips.
Yeah.
So it's not doing anything, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so possibly this fellow is waiting for dollar to give a direction, dollar index. So if the dollar index is giving a, so see this one here, there is a possibility of crack and snap back. It cracked through the
Yeah.
channel.
Yeah.
Immediately it can snap back up,
But also you got a long tail. This bar got a long tail.
isn't it? So
You know,
this is a
so next
kind
bar
of
can be
hammer.
up bar. Yeah.
This,
Next bar can be up bar.
yeah, absolutely. So this is a kind of up bar, and then if this is bar like this, then we have a solid morning star.
Yeah.
We'll have a solid morning star. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this next week for the dollar index is very important. Although it can play around that for 5 7 weeks, we don't know. But generally speaking, we saw the next day here morning star, next week here morning star, next week here with a similar kind of bar as this bar and this bar, same, isn't it?
Yeah.
Uh, this fellow here and this fellow here almost same bar, same kind of.
Yeah.
Yep. We saw engulfing. We saw engulfing here, engulfing here, engulfing here. Very interesting. But they are saying that they will not increase the interest rate unless and the inflation is going much beyond. So there is a hold on the interest rate. So considering that statement of Powell, so possibly there is a possibility that dollar index. We don't know. We need to see the next week and then decide.
We are nobody to speculate.
Yeah, true. We'll just see what is happening and then take a
We
position.
see, we see, and then we do.
Yeah, that's correct. That's very correct. So what else? We'll go to GBP It will be similar to sterling.
Yeah. This thing also going long.
This is definitely going long. We had support 111, support 111, and then support 116, and from 116 it went up. And now week wise, this is the resistance here, 134. Now we are at 131. Of course, it is going up, little bit come down and then go. So like this one in the daily, it has just crossed the 200, and this is
Yeah.
uptrend, and this fellow is here. It is oversold here, possible this is oversold here. Then we can buy, and then again next time when it is oversold here, we can possibly buy.
Yeah.
Similarly, if we go to GBP AUD, yeah, this is uptrend, solid uptrend. We can see from this to this uptrend, but it is at the top of the channel, and
Yeah.
yeah, it is again at the top of this 200 moving average, and it can come down a little bit and then go up unless and until Aussie is going strongly up. So this, if Aussie is going strong up compared to sterling, sterling still has to decide the Brexit. Although the election was a majority to the conservative, which was good for sterling, but whether there is a second referendum is coming or not, we don't know,
Brexit is going to be the killer.
isn't it? Whatever
Brexit is
election,
going to be the killer.
yeah. Even if with majority, if he is not able to do a good deal, Then there will be
They
no
and
much.
Partha,
Hmm.
to be honest with
Hmm.
you, they can never get a good deal
Hmm. Why?
because of Northern Ireland.
Yeah. What happened? Yeah. What happened there?
Northern Ireland,
Hmm.
remember the IRA?
Hmm. Yeah.
The IRA put bombs everywhere. When when they made the deal to have peace in Northern Ireland,
Yeah.
the IRA said
Hmm.
there will be no physical border in Ireland.
Hmm.
You cannot divide the north of Ireland and the south of Ireland.
Hmm.
To make that peace, the British agreed.
Hmm.
So till today, there is no
Hmm.
physical border. Although Northern Ireland is part of the UK,
Hmm.
the Republic of Ireland is a separate country altogether.
Hmm.
There is no passport control between the two.
Hmm.
Yeah, till today.
Hmm. Interesting. And this.
Now,
Hmm.
when they for Brexit, in order for Brexit to happen,
Hmm.
they have to put a physical border between the two,
Hmm.
which the IRA will not accept.
Hmm.
Now, the old IRA is dead and gone,
Hmm.
but there is a new
Hmm.
body that has sprung up
Hmm.
and is threatening
Hmm.
chaos
Hmm.
if there is a border put over there.
Hmm.
Arthur, to be honest with you, some houses,
Hmm.
the backyard is in Northern Ireland, the front yard is in Southern Ireland. How do you put a border?
Isn't it?
How do you put a border? So the Brits are talking about putting a border
Hmm.
a few kilometers away
Yeah.
from the actual border.
Ah. Yeah.
So, but that's not going to work because you're going to bring back the old IRA.
Hmm.
So it doesn't matter what they do, they're not going to win with Brexit. And then
Hmm.
the other problem they have is when the British go to Spain and France for their holidays, they have
Hmm.
to pay super tax.
Super tax.
All because they're part of the EU now, they're not paying any
Hmm.
you know
Hmm.
uh,
Common tax.
because they have a common border, they share the same border.
Yeah.
They're not paying the taxes. But
Hmm.
as soon as you put up a border around Britain,
Hmm.
anything that crosses that border is subject to tax.
Hmm.
So it's not going to happen.
Hmm.
The, the 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 common people in Britain don't want that
Hmm.
because they spend half the time on the continent.
Hmm. Hmm.
So it's not going to happen.
Hmm.
Brexit is not going to happen in my
Hmm.
eyes.
Hmm. And there is also Scotland, which is saying we'll not get out.
Of course, we don't want to be part of
Yeah.
the UK. We want to be part of Europe.
Yeah.
We want to be in the European Union.
Ah.
So how are they going to win with the Scots and the Irish saying
Uh,
we want to be part of the European Union?
yeah.
So England and Wales is
Yeah.
left.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Ah. So out of four countries, we have in Great Britain we have four countries, isn't? Is it?
four. There are four of them: England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland to
Yeah.
make up UK.
Yeah. And two countries are not in favor. Two countries are in favor.
No, two countries, two of them,
Yeah.
they're not in favor. The Welsh as well, they don't have a big voice. The
Ah.
Welsh as well don't want to be part of
Yeah.
uh, the UK. It's only the English.
Yeah. Yeah.
And how this happened is this fellow Boris went around
Hmm.
telling the when the time Brexit was happening, in
Hmm.
order for him to get into this Brexit thing,
Hmm.
he suggested that we're paying so much to the European Union
Hmm.
when we don't have jobs here. We can use that money to create local jobs here
Hmm.
in Britain.
Yeah.
And of course, the gullible ones all went for it and all voted for it. The
Yeah.
next morning, the
Yeah.
next morning they thought otherwise.
Yeah.
So yeah. So I don't think Brexit is going to go ahead.
Ah, is it?
It has failed so many times.
Yeah, isn't
That
it?
other woman was there. She was trying to get it through.
Yeah.
Nothing happened. Her
Yeah.
own ministers don't want it.
So possibly there will be a second referendum then.
More than likely, there'll be a second referendum.
Yeah. And it will be reversed that no, we'll not go, we'll stay.
More than likely, they will stay.
Yeah. So before referendum, sterling was 171. After referendum, it came to 118. Now it is
Yeah.
at 135.
So it'll go back to 170 something.
Yeah, yeah, with joining of the referendum. So whatever happens with election, Conservative Party winning or without election referendum coming and putting Britain into European Union back, so sterling is appreciative, isn't it?
It's going long, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. So that's the fundamental. Yeah. Thank you so much for sharing your knowledge. You're quite strong in those things. That's very good.
I have family in the UK.
Sorry?
I have family in the UK.
Oh, okay. Do you?
My
Oh.
brother is married to a Northern Irish girl.
Ah, okay. So you go to Ireland, is it?
I, I was there twice now already in the
Ah,
last 3 or 4 years.
ah.
Yeah, that's why sometimes it's hard to get me because I'm sitting on the plane sometimes trying to listen to you. I'm sitting in Dubai airport sometimes, and your program, the thing is on, and I'm trying to find Wi-Fi, find connection.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
But at least you actually do. That's a good thing. So yeah, you don't miss anything. So that's good. Recording is not that interesting unless because you listen, you don't ask any questions. So yeah, so you have to
You
participate
can,
too.
yeah, you can't ask in the recording,
Yeah, isn't it? That's the
but I
main.
always pick up things from the recording as well. Anyway,
Mm, that's fantastic. Very nice. So we have two more. One is the Euro Aussie, which is like this. So it is very slow and seems like going up, but at this time it is playing with the 200 moving average, like the dollar index. This time it bounced. This time it bounced after crossing here. So it has already bounced once, twice, thrice, four times. So this is the fifth time it is playing with the 200.
yeah.
So unless
But you
and
notice something?
hmm,
Every time it bounces,
hmm,
the highs are getting lower and lower.
yeah,
It's squeezing itself into a corner.
yeah, true.
You'll see it's a wedge.
Yes, this is very very difficult. Euro Aussie and Euro CAD. I think it is getting very difficult currency pairs to trade because
I
Euro
stopped
is
trading
not
Euro
doing
Aussie.
it. Yeah,
Yeah, I stopped trading Euro Aussie.
yeah, because Euro is
It's
not doing
not doing
much.
anything.
Hmm. So yeah, so Euro is not doing much. So Euro Aussie also not doing much. I leave it alone. And then last one I would see is the Euro CAD, which is also not doing much.
Yeah, it's same like this.
Yeah, same like Euro. Don't know whether it is going. So this is reverse to the Euro Aussie. Sure, yeah. It is below
Yeah, but
200 and going down, yeah.
it's not going down. It's making
No,
higher lows.
yeah. Our lows are highs.
It's not
Yeah.
even making higher highs. It's flat across the top, really. It's a
Mm,
straight line across the top, and it's a wedge.
mm. Yeah, sure. Yeah, this is higher, but this is lower. This is lower. Total complete confusion. So better not to possibly trade these two currency pairs for the time being, unless and until you have a clear direction
Yeah,
whether euro is going up or down. So because euro is weak, not doing anything at around 111, 112. So is euro Aussie and euro CAD, not
yeah.
doing any. With that, do you have any other question?
No, I'm alright, Pata.
Fantastic. If not,
If
then
I do, I'll
boss.
phone you directly, or I'll send you an
Yes,
email.
yes, please do that. So we'll close the discussion here, and
Okay.
then we'll take it far from there.
All right.
Thanks, Selvan. Thanks for your time. Bye.
Okay, Pata. You take care. All the best.
Thanks. Bye.
Okay, cheers. Bye.